Right.
Light of Aethys be upon you. Your friend guided you truly. Gadarian Bosch has honored me with the duty of helping his message reach all of the faithful. We answer the shining God's call. He shows us the way and we march in his wake. Already the vanguard prepares to make its journey, with more soon to follow. Yes, in fact, we will follow him along the lighted path. When the time is right, he will welcome our souls into his legion. Gadarian Bosch has seen it.
Just your souls, then? Not your bodies?
The Shining God demands total commitment from his followers. What good is a soldier who is not willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for her cause? To walk the lighted path, one must be willing to never turn back.
Tough to walk very far without a soul. The Hollowborn, huh? Usually you'd have to stack them in a wheelbarrow and push them around.
Gadarian Bosch leads the vanguard. They are the most righteous of the partisans. They will be the first to join the ranks of Aethys, the first to charge at his call.
Baron said something about the vanguard. You don't think he's that dumb, do you?
The vanguard know their own, and Gadarian Bosch knows them. Beyond that, we keep such information private.
If they know their own, what do you think they'd say to a couple new members? Can we be in the vanguard too?
I'm afraid you cannot. The vanguard is reserved for the most faithful among us. You have not even joined the partisans. How right you are. Forgive me. I did not mean to cast doubt on your character. Unfortunately, even if I were to initiate you right now into our order, it would be too late to join the vanguard. Their ship is docked right now in Nekataka and set to depart at any moment.
You think he could be on it? If he left right after we did, we gotta go.
They won't take you, but there will be more ships to follow. Stay and learn about the partisans of the lighted path, and I'll see that there is room for you.
That's a real nice offer. We'll think about it and get back to you.
candles and bombs.
Pallegina, how is it nothing about what the gods are up to seems to faze you?
When you think the worst of them, the worst they can do comes as little surprise.
Don't you at least want to hear what Aethys has to say?
Only a fool would trust what he had to say. Whatever he said would be just another lie.
I'm not saying it wouldn't, just looking for... I don't know.
We missed it. They're gonna park that thing next to Aethys and slit their own throats. I wish they'd gone ahead with it before they got Baron involved. If we can't catch it, can you promise me we'll go right now? I knew there was something I liked about you.
Let's go! I'm not going anywhere like this! Lava beyond thick!
Perfecto!
I pray your end.
Mo, Ixie, son of a cur!
The others have drunk, Baron. Their souls make their way to Aethys. This isn't the time for hesitation. It's the time for faith. Come, let us show him together.
No, 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 kid!
What is this? You aren't one of my flock. How did you get here?
Lower that. Let's talk. Your mom knew how to spot a fake. What do you think she'd say about him?
How could I know? She left me here.
What is faith if it isn't tested? These people are willed here by Aethys to challenge you. Make him proud.
I will make him proud.
Maybe he's not testing faith. Maybe he's testing if you can think for yourself.
But our faith, isn't that what the gods ask of us?
Aethys has come just as I said he would. There will be no other chances.
He must be in need to reach out to us.
Effigy's eyes, kid. You think your tiny soul's gonna change his fate? Right, that's the basic idea.
But he has called for us. Aethys, forgive me.
As you wish, then. Abandon your god. For betrayal, there can be no forgiveness. You will receive not his mercy, but his justice.
Don't you got somewhere you need to be, Bosch? If you're having second thoughts, I can help you follow through.
Not a one. The Shining God will light the way.
Think he's all right? He looks a little seasick.
That would have been me. If I were stronger, it would have been me.
Lucky you weren't stronger then. The gods might have rights to our souls, but they got no right to our lives. Seems to me they'll take from you whatever's not nailed down if you let them.
I could devote my entire life to Aethys, and it would never redeem this.
For right now, let's just get you home.
Bairn.
I'm not sure what you want to talk about. I have my life, and I know it's because of you. I know I should be thanking you. But the truth is, I don't know if I want to be here now, or what I'm supposed to be doing. And I still don't know what to say to Aethys when I meet him one day.
It should be the other way around. He's the one who owes you an explanation. You hear me, kid? He owes you.
Not in much of a mood to talk, if you don't mind.
What do you need? Hey, look who it is.
Sure.
Oh? I know that look.
Hot razors!
You've got something shiny for me, friend. Ordinary inspection. Don't you worry, I'm a professional. Everyone gets a turn. You keep a dream journal too? No need to blush. This one's tame compared to mine. Ow! Something bit me! Strange bit of metal. What else have we got? If you bring me some more of that odd metal, maybe I can craft something shiny for you. There's no telling until I've got my hands on it. Did they, now? Well, lots of folks know me. And lots of folks aren't entirely nice. But you should know all about that, seeing as you look ready for a fight. Promise you won't laugh? See, it all started with this dream I had. All I remember is a woman opened this satchel and gave me 3 pieces of dark metal. Told me that she had lost them, but that if I kept my eyes open, they'd be found again one day. When I got my hands on them, I was to bring the pieces together and get a prize for my troubles. Isn't that a strange calling? I was just a girl when I had that dream, but it stuck with me like hagfish to the roof of my mouth. So if you find any unusual metals, you bring them to me first, yeah? Won't know until we've had a closer look. Strange bit of metal. What else have we got? If you bring me some more of that odd metal... I mostly fuse metal, link chains, and mend dented helms. Boring, but it keeps the creditors at bay. When Abidon's inspiration strikes me, I've been known to cobble together things that are more fun and eye-catching. Just need the right materials.
You return intact. Nagati is not always kind to those who travel upon her domain. My brother speaks of your journey from Motare Okozi. Mostly, he mourns the loss of his expedition. Scholars pore over your findings as if a charcoal rubbing could build a bridge to Ukaizo. I have learned to restrain my optimism. A messenger from the jaws of Tangaloa speaks with the voice of wisdom and change, I say. It is fitting that yours should be the voice that tells of Hasongo's fate. What did you see there? The snakes are on edge. Where comes this new boldness? Far be it for me to complain if they make trouble for outsiders. What of Aethys? If you know why he terrorizes the Deadfire, speak on. If Aethys makes for Magrin's teeth, I say the Rathun will grind him to dust for the praise of their warrior matron. Even if they fail, it will be an enemy cleared for my plate. This is the gratitude of Nagati, I say. The fiery children of Magrin devoted to their mother with a fanatic zeal. Bothersome, but the least of my troubles now. From Port Mage to Hasongo to Magrin's teeth, Aethys follows a rich vein of Adra. It takes him northeast to more interesting territory. In the deepest memory of the tribes, we have told stories of Magrin's teeth. Embellished sailors' fables, Akira, but not without some truth. My people speak of treacherous seas, lakes of fire, and the ancient warriors hammered to life on Magrin's anvil. Ashen Maw is the grandest and most accessible of the peaks. It is the sharpest tooth in Magrin's jaw. Prepare yourself for a fight. If you make preparations in Nekataka, I say we can help each other. I must keep the city's peace, and I have only so many arms and eyes. While the Deadfire screams, I would see Nekataka outlast the storm to come. What I need is a lasting peace that will outlive my dynasty. But I will accept peace of mind for now. What do you know of my water shapers, Herald of Bareth? Akira, if you recall history, then you know why I am protective over the guild. My water shapers are the levy holding back Rawatai's advance. An adept standing at the prow of a war canoe is enough to send the fleet scrambling for the shallows. This reminds me, I owe the Hazanui a basket of koiki in remembrance of the Battle of Nekaroatl. Akira, you think so? I am counting on the Hazanui seeing through my condolences. While the problems of Aethys and overindulgent admirals plague these waters, I have summoned the masters of water shaping to Nekataka. Now would be the time to confer with Guildmaster Myru, but she does not answer my summons. It is too early to grow a forest from this coconut, but I would not dispatch you if I felt at ease. The guild can suffer no setbacks. If Myru shirks her duties, Her queen would know the reason. Nagati, do not abandon us now.
My brothers and sisters have set sail for Neketaka.
I thought the tribes needed them to calm the weather.
A greater storm surrounds this place. We must answer the call of the Kahanga. If the outsiders do not trample us first, the Green God will surely do it for them.
Do not speak this way, my love.
What say?
My friend, you return. If you require anything at all, you need only ask. Of course you would. Just speak with the steward near the...
Please, enjoy the bath.
My friend, you return...
Are you certain?
if I must.
Please, enjoy the...
Oh, you look tense, Captain. I have a remedy just for that. What happened here?
On it.
Go no further. There is a situation in the guild hall.
What say? Where is Myru?
For what did Nagati send you but to lend your strength? All is under control, I say. But the building is closed until Myru cleans up the mess below. Nothing beyond the likes of us, I say. Naga swam in from the waterways of our sanctum. We pressed back until they fled underground. Then Myru gathered her forces for a stand at Pariki's tomb. I am to guard the staircase while she routs the last of them. Kira, but Myru is fierce for her years.
Snakes could not have caused that tremor.
Kira, we felt the quakes even before the serpent showed up. I do not know. With great purpose, they throw their bodies back to Rikuhu's bowels. I say this is personal. They strike with anger, not conviction. We are water shapers. Onikaza knows we can walk over a few snakes. Myru, though, I say she would not turn down reinforcements. Not snakes, I say. Unless they brought a battering ram. Ha! I say you will have to run fast. She could cut through Naga like a harpoon through blubber. I will remain and dispatch any snakes who slither past you. Good hunting.
Enemies ahead. I feel Enemies ahead.
Oh, curse on all snakes.
Take you. It is no use. I cannot get through.
Ixie, son of a cur!
Myru! Oh, gods, look what they've done to you!
Peace, Takehu. I gave back 10 times what I took. Too many, even for me. No time for that, I say.
You are too stubborn to die, old shark.
For once, Takehu, just listen. The rod of the deep. Ugh, I've lost it. Taken. You'll need to... find the rod. Get through the stone door by the entrance. Wards. Failing. Hurry, before it escapes. Pitied Isengati, Lady of Lament, as the pearl orb of the heavens.
Myru? Myru? Ngati. She's dead. Myru told us to seek a rod and a door. A vague plea, I say, but I would honor her last wish. The words of Pariki's devotion, I say. An old prayer to Ngati. It must have meant something to her. Akira, the others will see to her once we've cleaned up the last of this mess.
The wheel. How it tugs at me. Akira, and how bright you look. At least in death, I can complete a thought. My rod and the words of Pariki's devotion will open the way to the inner sanctum, past the sealed door. Pitied is Ngati, Lady of Lament. As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, her eyes well with tears, as constant as rain. But the moon's skyward journey continues apace, the lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching. You must strengthen the wards, no matter what it tells you.
Enemies ahead. Sure.
I feel it. And worth and rough.
Death to those who oppose the Republic!
I thought Aethys was too busy kicking over islands to blunt his teeth with mortals. What say? You must take something from all this idle chatter with the gods. And you knew things he did not. Ah. For what does he listen to you, then? The gods I know are tight of lip and hard of hearing. I could not imagine the inner workings of a god. But then, I am not meant to. It is for mortals to flail in the darkness, I say, while gods point us toward light. To be worshipped, to have others interpret your design. Such a burden, and mortals demand it so. For what should a god worry about such cares, when theirs is the hand on the tiller? Kara, I did not wish to burden you. These days I am having to think harder than my pampered years. You will forgive the handsome fish if he is as curious as the green god. At least Aethys has you to keep him in check. What happens when we catch up to him is something for future Tekehu to worry about.
Scratch under the wet clay of any artist and you hatch a lifetime of fear and doubt. My boy doesn't fear the gods. He only fears what he'll compromise by living up to his potential. But isn't it easier to let sculptures represent you? Poor thing. Nothing he does could disappoint me. But that is a mother's prerogative.
Right. Will do.
Will do. I've got it.
This would be a great fishing story.
Belfetto. I am thrilled as always to walk into a dragon's lair with you, Watcher. Your path is littered with the creatures.
Holy gone, but it's beautiful. And I'll bet smart as a whip and just as mean.
Have you come to deliver me from this prison of my own making? I am Skirilophus, Guardian of the Isles.
You ever consider a nickname? Just give it some thought, is all I'm saying.
What is this? One of Andra's whelps?
Hello.
I would see this vessel of yours someday, but we will return to that. You can only be here for one reason. You serve the Huana. This prison is built on a foundation of their lies. You stand in the sanctum of the Water Shapers, those who make parlor tricks of Ngati's art. An art in decline. The Huana Covenant has failed. With each grain of sand surrendered to outsiders, Ngati draws her favor away from her chosen people. One struck in a different time, when the gods showered devotion on Huana. The guild hides how their acolytes struggle. Their ancestral forms no longer respond as they once did. Soon, there will be no Water Shapers to remember them. When their mighty talent went into decline, I gave the Huana the strength to raise the very sea against our enemies. For my generosity, They bound me to this chamber by my soul.
This cannot be true, I say.
The half-breed's naivete is charming. I see why you suffer his company. And now the Deadfire dies in my absence. The luminous Adra shrieks in agony, calling out for a guardian. You are a watcher. Of all the kith who could have entered this chamber, how intriguing. Believe what you will. My duty to the archipelago is all that matters. Freedom comes like the tide, and the Deadfire heeds my call. I sense a rod among your belongings. My gift to Periki, my covenant with the Huana. Another broken promise. It made the enchantments of this prison and can destroy them. It can set me free.
We have a responsibility, I say. But if he speaks truth, the Huana are better served if he remains.
Your opinion is irrelevant, half-breed. I will tolerate your curiosity. That is a duty as old as the islands themselves. In ages past, there were 3 guardians. They watched over the Isles, the Adra, and lost to Kaizo.
That is similar to the tenets of Ngati's covenant.
You are perceptive for a fish. A city where kith spoke to gods. The heart of an empire. I know only what I hear. Ukaizo was gone before my time. Even its myth is dust and ashes. Creatures of unparalleled age and power, bound, like me, to strengthen the Huana. If they still lived, no foreign ship would trespass on these islands.
Akara, there is too much running through my head, I say. For another time.
The fish is not ready to know what he only now suspects. Ukaizo is lost beyond all memory. Better to forget that monument of hubris. As outsiders threaten the Isles, The power of the Huana waned. Crafty Pariki sought me out to strike a deal. She used my soul as a crutch for her water shapers. In exchange, she vowed to protect the Adra. I came as an honored guest. The water shapers grew strong, and new conflicts replaced the old. When I resolved to go, my captors left me here, cheated and howling in the dark. Pariki and her crew forged wards that anchor my soul to this chamber. I am not chained here, but I am compelled to remain. No, my soul is not for the taking. Not by you, or any of the outsider spirit thieves. How, then? You have a plan for this mad scheme of yours? Very well. I give you one chance. Time has weakened the wards enough that I can leave this cell without you. There will be a debt of pain that I have no wish to incur. Betray me, and I will summon as many waves of Naga as it takes to shatter this prison. I feel irregular, lighter, but there is an absence as well. The burden of this prison is lifted. I will return to the beloved Atra. Only for those who showed mercy to me. The rest... Should your hopes darken on the high seas, you will feel a welcome chill as my shadow passes over your deck. Depend on it.
Yes, Captain. And to my tribe, the Water Shapers were keepers of the past, our connection to the ancestors. How the Guild heaped praise on Ngati's Chosen. How they congratulated themselves for acquiring me, I say. My cage was a gilded one. Their dragon, he was not so lucky. Captain, we are talking about me. There are no small comparisons to be made. The Guild teaches a likeness of Ngati's art, for shame. But they posture before outsiders like masters of old. To inspire the world with Ngati's gift. This is my calling. None of this changes how I feel when I practice the forms. Like swimming over an ocean trench, I say. But Pariki twisted my art into a perversion. An echo of what it should be. The Guild must change for the Hawana to grow. I say that as Ngati's message delivered through her son's mouth. I will bring a change not seen since the days of our ancestors. Our legends speak of the covenant with Ngati, one that defined the tribes for generations. The ancestors gave her unwavering devotion, and she gave them a gift. Losing Ukaizo severed our connection to the gods. Over time, their gifts diminished. The tribes have never needed Ukaizo more. With Ngati's blessing, I would bring Ukaizo to them. An island, a city, a dream. The best of our people, before Cataclysm buried it under ash and waves. Others call it the heart of the Huana Empire. More still, call it home. The bleached bones of the past? Lewd sculptures? No one knows what the Huana left behind, and there is little enough for us to guess by. Ikera, talent like mine was once effortless, I say. Our birthright as Huana. Our ancestors could raise islands or divide the seas. No warship could stand against us. Now only a fraction of us remember. I say it is obvious now that Ngati brought me into the world to do this for the Huana. Whatever we find, what better crew than friends to find lost Ukaizo on treacherous seas? Ikera?
I'm glad we got him excited. Makes me wish I knew how to sail.
Did you hear that? We're friends, him and I.
Captain, you have let the handsome fish do all the talking. I needed this. Thank you. Ikera, let us be off.
My handsome fish is intimidated by his own potential. How upsetting for him. See the anxiety that takes shelter behind his confident smile? He has worn that since he was old enough to swim. I could always plant the Covenant in his dreams, but that would spoil the fun of Ukaizo. My final test for the Huana. Help him to rise up from crawling. Help him to stand and walk as a man, as a god.
Still with us, Captain? I had no desire to bore you with my inane chatter. At your service. Ngati smiles on you, Captain. What indeed? I say I am of two minds. For what did the tribes give Ngati's chosen all the praise and education if I give them nothing in return? But to shackle my hopes as an artist to such a heavy responsibility, it is stifling, I say. Finding the Covenant could bring the Huana closer to the gods and the ways of the past. I must decide if this is best. Captain, a word. When I joined the guild, I was a fish in a dream. Water Shapers were the keepers of our oldest covenant, protectors of history, heroes, I say. Now I see the guild only for what it has become. Ikera, a perversion of the oldest Huana art. If the guild cannot depend on its own teachings, then difficult times lie ahead of us all. I do not want to tarry in this house of regret a moment longer. My thoughts will be clearer in time. You are kind to listen, I say. You have questions? Ikera, I have...
You must gather
Onikaza will want your report, I say. Pariki should have known we could not keep a dragon forever.
Takehu, you ever use your abilities to play jokes on anyone?
Ikera, I once sold a water globe to a Mataru priest. It was filled with live fish.
That doesn't sound like much of a joke.
The trick was letting the sculpture break down while he slept with it over his head.
Oh, I'm getting so many ideas right now. How would you feel about betraying the Watcher's trust?
On it.
What madness has its clutches around Pariki's overlook? The mountain shakes, bellows of anguish echo over the wind. And a shadow rose from the streets to cover Queen's Birth on its way to the sea. Now the traders look to me for answers I do not have. Nothing but panic and contradiction make their way to my ears. Tell me what happened. You do not jest.
About many things, Highness. Not this, I say.
For what did the Guild endanger my city with this creature? I will hear Myru's report. No, to lose a teacher of Myru's skill while Rawatai points their cannons at us? Takehu, my sympathies. I know yours was a turbulent apprenticeship.
Ikera, the Guild, they fought bravely, Highness.
Send every bird for my master water shapers. Tell them to cleave the ocean in half if they must. They will come to Nekataka now. I once told Myru she was not allowed to retire while Rawatai's fleet darkened my ports. Nagati is not done testing me, I say. Kahanga legends tell us that our ancestors made compacts with the creatures of the Deadfire. Send for Ranga Hauhua of the Wapua tribe. If she could soften the hearts of my cats, I say dragons are not beyond her.
Ikera, but I cannot believe... Highness, would you trap another of Ngati's ancient pets?
I would go any distance to protect my people. Can Nagati's chosen say the same? Speak on, Watcher. As surely as a tide swelling over the shore, I feel you are not finished. Then Pariki's students had an advantage in their lessons, I say, and Myru's after her, all at the cost of this beast's freedom. If water shaping is not as our ancestors taught it, we cannot reckon how much of the original form we have lost. What became of the dragon, Watcher, if the power of this beast strengthened our guild? What Periki did was no kindness, I say. But her actions helped students of the Guild to learn our most sacred art.
I am not feeling very sacred today, Highness.
Tekehu, what was the dragon but Nagati's gift to the Huana? You are out of practice interpreting your mother's omens. This is more valuable to me than every cannon in Rawatai. Thank you, Watcher. Akira, it will be a nightmare to appease traders and admirals seeking recompense for shipwrecks. But what is a queen if not the one to toss in her sleep while her people rest at ease? My water-shaping masters will arrive soon, and I say the guild will be stronger for their guidance. But a queen's work is not finished until she has endured all of Nagati's trials. I could send birds to every Ranga and rally them to our cause, but Neketaka needs more than strength. We need pure Huana fury. We need the Wahaki. My brother calls the Wahaki the last true Huana. He's severe on the Kahanga, but I do not call him wrong. You dealt with them peacefully on Motari Okozi. I am hoping you can make lightning strike a second time. The tribe hates all foreigners. Passing ships are attacked on sight, and explorers never make it back to the beach. I have hesitated to let the trading companies see my teeth, but those days are behind us. Filling the seas with Wahaki war canoes will strike terror in the heart of even Rawatai's Iron Fleet. Sail for the Isle of Oriokoiki and return when you have an answer from the tribe, whether fair or foul. The island lies northwest of Neketaka. There is a phrase which will protect my royal herald. Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. If you remember this, it could save your life. Write it down if you must, but recall it when the time comes. The Wahaki are not a trusting people.
You look like you've come with a purpose. I got our message all right. Notice that, did you? Saltpeter is one of our chief resources at Rawatai, and we believe in putting resources to use. Now you can see why we didn't want the Valians nosing around our fort.
Will your mighty fortress protect you from the Audra Colossus?
Much better than wooden huts, my friend.
You cannot stand against such a force. You can only flee it.
Yes. You only have to ask.
Right.